Hello. The endpoint is the next big menace in today's organization. With digital technologies like IoT, wearables, and a lot of other things, endpoint has become a new heaven for hackers. To speak more about the new emerging trend around EDR, we have the pleasure to talk to Debjyoti Guha, Head of Pre-Sales, India and SAARC for F-Secure. Hello, Debjyoti.
Hello.
What are the key trends you are seeing in the market when it comes to enterprise security, especially in countries like India?
Yeah, F-Secure being a cybersecurity company, we believe in a holistic approach. So today, endpoint is the most important and the most vulnerable asset. So EDR is the technology which the CIO and the CSOs are talking today because it is dealing about incident response, taking timely actions, and also how we are remediating on those pieces. So EDR is the first key trend that we believe. Secondly, cloud security. Because most of the enterprises today are migrating to a cloud workload environment, and cloud security is of utmost importance. Thirdly, vulnerability management. Why vulnerability management is important? Because it is about proactive security approach. If you take the example of Equifax breach, where one unpatched server led to the brand reputation. So this is why these are the three key trends which the cybersecurity industry will be following in 2018 and so on.
When you talk about EDR, it's a fairly new concept. What are the typical roadblocks you see from Indian companies or CSOs and CIOs when you speak about EDR to them?
Well, installing EDR is like touching the user. You're touching an endpoint. It is obviously a kind of mindset game that plays. And obviously, since EDR is a resource-intensive process, the performance of an endpoint comes into picture. And because it works on state changes and a resource-intensive. So these kind of actions are actually leading to a kind of roadblock today for the Indian customers. F-Secure believes in an antivirus agnostic approach. F-Secure EDR has been very strategically developed so that it can coexist with any competition antivirus. And it complements. So what we believe is that we do not compete, we complement. So we can sit on any antivirus and we can actually start doing the job for the enterprises.
How do you see pre-sales, coming into the picture when you are doing a concept like EDR or any next-gen security, which is a fairly new concept for CIOs? Do they actually go for POCs, word of mouth, case studies? What is your experience?
Yeah, because the Indian market believes seeing is believing. They just do not believe the word of mouth. So the pre-sales team is a backbone for any organization, right? So they are a trusted advisor. The pre-sales have to articulate in terms of people, process and technology. It is not only about a product that actually makes sense to any CIO and CISOs. So an F-Secure pre-sales teams always thrives for excellence, right? So we believe in doing that extra work, that extra service to the customer and gaining confidence and mind share of the customers.
It's still early days, but what are the verticals which you feel are adopting EDR from F-Secure or in the market generally, and which are the next wave of verticals which will adopt this technology?
The kind of verticals which I have seen today is BFSI, but though honestly speaking, EDR is not a vertical specific technology. Today, the BFSI customers actually started talking about EDR because of the kind of data they have, the sensitive data that resides into their infrastructure. But we have also seen SMBs talking about EDR today, and they are asking to showcase, they are asking to demo the technology that we have.
Okay, so if you can split the India market in terms of, you spoke about even SMBs going for that, but who are your typical buyers of EDR? Is it the CISO, CIO, or a mix of both, or it depends on the company?
It depends upon the company because if it is an SMB, it is usually the IT heads who are driving these kind of requirements. But if it is a BFSI customer or ITS vertical, there the CIO and CISOs plays a critical role actually. India is always a slow adopter of any new technology because once any technology is proven in the global market, slowly the Indian market starts adopting that. So we have seen EDR giving kind of revenue in globally, but yes, in India, it's just a starting point. But what we believe is that even Gartner is predicting by 2020, 60% of the endpoint market will be of EDR. So investment on the endpoint security will be more similar to as the CIO making an investment to the perimeter security.
And what is your go-to market with terms of EDR? Obviously, it's impossible to target everyone through your team. So are you taking the help of your channel partners for that?
Yeah, F-Secure being a channel-driven company, we believe in focusing on channels more. And EDR is not only a tool, it's also who are managing it actually, the people. The people play an important role. So we have selected skilled partners who can actually give the quality service to the customers by using F-Secure EDR as a tool.
And if you were to give your bucket list of do's and don'ts for CSOs or CIOs on the EDR journey they are going to implement, what are the things they should not do? What are the pitfalls they usually fall into?
So 3 things I would suggest to the CIO and CISOs for selecting an EDR or choosing an EDR. They should not compare an EDR with an antivirus or an AV. EDR is a complementing technology over the antivirus. It is not a replacement for an antivirus, but it complements an antivirus. Secondly, you have to choose the right set of people who are managing EDR as a service. So you should go as EDR as a service, because each customers or each organizations don't have the skilled resources who can do the kind of incident response, who can do that kind of remediation actions, because a lot of things has to be done manually also. It's not only a tool that can do everything for you. And thirdly, what I believe that for an EDR tool, you should look at use cases, not only features. So you should have a use case in mind and what you are going to achieve out of an EDR, and you need to have clarity on that, and then you should go for evaluation of an EDR tool.
Lastly, what are the couple of new age technologies in the security space you see for next couple of years, if you would to pick couple of them?
Yeah, so last week F-Secure acquired a company called MWR Infosecurity, which is into threat hunting, simulation of APT attacks, simulation of spear phishing mails. So this is the kind of activities that are driving the market tomorrow. So we have taken, F-Secure as a company has taken a big leap to cybersecurity by acquisition of the MWR Infosecurity, which is mainly into services and mainly into APT hunting and IOCs hunting. So this is what I feel is the next security market for tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.